Hi, everyone. Nice to see so many people here. Excited to be here. My name is Daniel, and I'm the product lead for our new wallet, Metri. And this is Theo, tech lead in the Metri team. And today we will go through the wallet we're building, Metri. And can I get it up there? Yes, thank you. We'll talk about the wallet we're building, some of the technology we're basing it on, the mission, and functionality that we have in the wallet and that we will implement into the wallet as well. So let's kick it off. And we'll hopefully give a little demo. Hopefully that works as expected. It's always exciting to do live. But I would want to start by talking about our mission, because I think it's very fair to say that there are a lot of really good wallets out there. It's very tough market, but what we think has been missing for some time in the crypto industry is to make it more accessible to people. And what we're trying to achieve with Metri is really to give the financial freedom that self-custody enables to not just crypto native, but any person. So really make the barrier of self-custody lower than what it is today. And what we're aiming for is to give users a neobank-like experience, but with a on-chain self-custody wallet where they can send, receive, manage their assets just as easy as they do with any financial neobank or fintech app that they have today. And we're doing this by using as much as possible of what already exists there. So kind of build on top and definitely leveraging the Gnosis ecosystem as much as possible. So the Metri wallet is actually a safe wallet. We deploy a safe account, and that's the wallet, but where we have built a new UI app on top of this. But at its core, a Metri wallet is another safe account. And we're also working with other Gnosis products, such as Gnosis Pay, Circles, and we'll integrate even more, but trying to reuse as much as possible to enable this neobank-like experience for a self-custody wallet. And now I'll hand over to Theo.
Yeah, just come here. Hi, yeah, I'm Theo, so I'm part of the tech team building Metri. So to get a bit more technical, we're building Metri as a progressive web app. Actually, I was curious, like, how many people are using progressive web app? Yeah. So I think it started to exist like a few years ago, and now it's getting more traction. But so the idea is just to have a web app that we can install on the home screen of your phone. And the good thing is that it's not, so it's like a web app, but it's going to show on your phone as a full screen, and it feels native. Actually, a friend of mine last week, I was showing him the app, and he was like asking me how we went through the App Store review, and I was like, no, it's a web app. Yeah. So that's why we're doing progressive web app. So it's like an app-like experience, but you don't go through the App Store. So it's, I don't know how many people here have tried to go through the App Store review when you're building crypto product, but yeah, that's a good thing that we don't have to do. And so it's just a web page, and you can install on your Android phone or iPhone. And yeah, I guess it's also like the web. We love the web, right? As crypto people, the permissionless version of the web. So we don't have to ask for permission to release new updates, and we can update also more often. And also might interest some of you, but we're building this app as a Svelte kit app, so it's a quite lightweight web app. We didn't choose like React or React Native. Svelte kit is quite good for PWA. I don't know if you used it before. And yeah, so Daniel mentioned we're building on top of the Gnosis Safe. So we are part of the account abstraction bandwagon, And but for us, what does it mean? Like it means that we want to provide like Web2-like experience, but for Web3. And there's three aspects. So the first one is around security, safety. So in Web2, if you lose your password, as you know, as it's very common, you have the I forgot my password link, and you can get a new one. And with the safe, with account abstraction, you can do that, right? Because you have multiple owners of the safe, so you can replace one with a guardian or recovery system. So that's one thing. Second one is around fees. So yeah, caveat, we're on Gnosis chain, so at the moment the fees are quite below 1 cent, so we are sponsoring all transactions, most of the transactions. But yeah, the joke is that when you're using Web2 product, you're not paying for the AWS fees every time you're posting on Instagram or whatever. And so with also account abstraction, Gnosis Safe, we can do that. We relaying transactions. And the last one is around batching. So one transaction can actually include many transactions, which is something very useful in crypto, obviously, because, I don't know, if you're swapping, you want to approve the token allowance and then swap. So yeah, batching transactions. And we think that now the time actually is right. I've been saying that for 5 years because I was building wallets before, but I think that now the time is right, like to actually bring more people on chain and to have an experience that can be better than Web2. And why I can say that is because we're using passkeys for key management, and we think that's actually way better than what's provided, like what was Web2. But actually, Web2 now is bringing passkeys. But so, what are passkeys? It's a standard that's supported by Apple, Google, and it's giving users private and public keys, so they can sign messages with their biometrics, so Face ID, Touch ID, and they don't need password anymore. So we dislike passwords, I think. We know why, and so with passkey you don't need password anymore, which is really good. And for us in crypto, it means also that we don't need seed phrases anymore, which is even better because seed phrases, right? And for that, we partner with Commerce. Actually, the Commerce team is owning this corner. You can talk to them afterwards. They're friendly people. And so what they're doing for us, like when a user is signing up on Metri, they create a passkey. The passkey is a public-private key. And Commerce is going to deploy a safe with one owner, and this owner is a contract that's able to verify signature from this passkey. Because it would have been too easy if we could just have verified directly, but the elliptic curve of the passkeys are different than the Ethereum one, so we need some crypto wizardry, but cryptography wizardry. But yeah, it's working. So basically, I sign a message with my passkey. I send it to the safe. The safe is going to ask the Commerce contract if it's valid signature, and then the transaction can be executed. And you see that during the demo if that works. One thing you might ask is like, well, okay, it's really, really nice, but what happens if I lose my device, if I lose my passkey? And that's for Daniel to answer that.
Yes, thanks, Theo. So yeah, when it comes to recovery, there's multiple ways of making sure that you have access to your funds within Metri. But as the primary way of signing transactions in Metri, we do use passkeys. So that's the key that you can use natively in the wallet. You have one passkey when you deploy and create a new wallet, but on top of that, you can also create additional passkeys on other devices or other password managers that you can add as an owner to the safe account that we deploy. And this could be a good way to just lowering the risk of you losing your assets. You can have one on your iPhone, one on your Android device, for example. And they can typically be stored, backed up in the cloud if you on your device have that enabled. So on keychain for Apple, for example, and then you can just log in from any of your Apple devices and you'll be able to sign with the same passkey. But the passkey is tied to that Apple ID, so there's no way of someone like stealing your passkey and then able to use it like from some phishing or something like that. So the passkeys in itself makes it quite easy for you to keep access to your wallet, having them backed up, and you can have them on multiple devices, and they'll just be added on your safe as owners. But we will, in addition to this, add the ability for you to add any Ethereum wallet as a guardian on your safe account. And this will be very much just leveraging what's out there. So again, trying to reuse as much as possible from the Gnosis ecosystem and any open protocol that is out there for that matter. But then you'll be able to add any wallet to your Metri wallet that can do recovery of your wallet with a time delay. So you would have to initiate a recovery period, and when the time delay is over, you can add new owners to the Metri wallet, and in that way get back access to your wallet. And we will also use built-in functionality from the wallet, such as circles, where you already building your trust network. Not sure of how many of you are familiar with Circles and tried it before, but with Circles, we're building this on-chain social graph. So where you trust someone means that you can interact with them and you can pay Circles peer-to-peer. And we're also adding this trust element to Metri so that you can do recovery of the contacts that you already trust as part of the Circles network. And this is really to make sure that risk of you losing your assets, access to your wallet is as low as possible. But also in the end, it is a self-custody wallet. There's no forgot my password. Can you please reset my account? But this is what I think is a really good setup for you to make sure that you get access to your assets and your wallet with multiple options of backing it up, both with passkeys and normal Ethereum wallet addresses.
Yeah.
Please. Yes, and I did mention it before, but Circles is one of the core products and protocols that we have integrated into Metri. So there are Circles people around and also downstairs, which knows Circles really well. And Martin's going to do a speech on Circles on Thursday, I'm pretty sure it is. So you should definitely go and listen to that one. It's very exciting, and Circles are doing some big updates this summer. So be a lot of interesting, exciting announcements there. But with Metri, come back to Metri. You can import an existing Circles account if you have that. So some of you might be familiar with Gnosis Garden, which Martin also mentioned this morning. And if you have a Gnosis Garden account, you can import that to Metri. And what we do then is that we actually not deploying out a new safe account, we're just taking an owner and adding it to the existing safe account that was deployed when you created your Circles Garden account. And that owner will now, together with the other externally owned account owner, be the two owners of your safe account. And with this new owner, you can now use your Circles account within Metri. So you can sign transactions, you can add owners, manage that, and you can also trust and untrust Circles contact to build and manage your Circles network. Next one. And yes, Gnosis Pay. Again, trying to use what's out there, Gnosis in the Gnosis ecosystem. And Gnosis Pay is a Very, very interesting product that's been getting quite a lot of attention lately. And as you probably know, it enables you to have a self-custody account where you can spend with a Visa card without having a bank account in the background. So you can spend at any merchant that accepts Visa cards using Gnosis Pay and the Gnosis card. And with Metri, you can get a mobile-first kind of dashboard, or at least interface of your Gnosis Pay account. So what you do in Metri is that you can toggle over to the Gnosis Pay tab, and from there you can connect your Gnosis Safe from Gnosis Pay, connect that, and then you will have that the balance of that account and all the transactions that you've done on that account displayed within Metri. So for the first time, you get like a mobile-first UI of Gnosis Pay. So it's, in this first version, a quite lightweight integration where you track that wallet, but we will add more functionality there. So you can have sign in with Ethereum, and where you can then read more data from Gnosis Pay when you authenticated. So read like merchant names and do transaction from the Gnosis Pay account. But already now you can see the balance, you can see transactions, and you can top up your Gnosis Pay card from the Metri wallet. So it's it's an easy way of managing your Gnosis Pay card already, and we will add even more functionality there in the future to make it a an even better integrated product into Metri. And then what's next for Metri? So there's a lot of great ideas out there, and I've been talking to people downstairs, having all kind of ideas of what to do next. But we definitely have some very good contenders where we will add functionality to Metri. And a first one that is pretty obvious to us is to add genome to Metri, because going back to the first slide there, is what we're trying to do is to really make this technology accessible to everyone, and make the user experience as smooth as possible, more Web 2-like experiences. And on-chain addresses, they are not the easiest to read and to follow. So adding a genome functionality where you can get your .gno address is definitely something that we want to add, and we want to integrate it into the wallet so that you easily can register a .gno domain, and you can also manage that within the wallet. You can send to that address, you can share it to others. So that is something that we will make sure to have nicely integrated into the wallet. On top of that, we will also look at getting an easy way for people to access yields. So we have an SDAI integration that we definitely want to do, where a user should be able to convert their XDAI to SDAI. And if you're familiar with SDAI, that's a interest yielding token that is getting the yield from the bridged asset from Ethereum. So this is a very good yield. I'm not sure what the latest is, but it's a very good yield, way better than you get from most other TradFi saving solutions. And this is a yield that you can then get and then easily swap back and forth with the cow protocol as well that we want to integrate. And there are two ways of getting XDAI. You can convert it or you can deposit it. But we want to start by doing the deposit one, but then also enable cow protocol, because we do want to make it as easy as possible for people to move between different tokens. And cow protocol enables that with their SDK, so we can integrate that natively into the wallet. So that will make it easier for to swap, and also if you want to top up and fund your Gnosis Pay account, you can easily do that via CowSwap, where you can set the deposit address to either Metri wallet or to the Gnosis Pay account, and you could then top up in EUROE or GBPE if you have a GBP account, and in that way make the interaction between Gnosis Pay and Metri even better.
Oh.
And now I'm going to show, maybe some of you have already tried this, but let's see if I can show what it looks like. Is that big enough? Can you see that? Let's do this. So I'll do it all the way from the beginning. So this is
Not running.
yeah, maybe we jinxed this. Yep.
Yeah,
I think we
it's
did.
gone.
Is it slow Wi-Fi or? Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Now this works at least. Yeah, so this is just the start screen where you onboard. You could either create a brand new wallet here. You can import a Circles Garden account if you have that and you have your 24 words. You can import that. Or you can log in or import a already created Metri account. So I'll go ahead with this one, and I'm going to use my keychain passkey. So there, logging in with my biometrics, and here it is. So this is my Metri wallet. And as I mentioned before, and Theo as well, when we create a Metri wallet, we deploy a safe. So this is actually the safe account that was deployed when my wallet was created. Standard QR code that you can use to share it, and these are the tokens we support. And we try to keep it quite narrow focus on payments, so it's mostly stable coins, but also circles that you can manage within Metri. I'll remove this, and here I can mint circles. So circles is a UBI where you get about 24 circles every day. So now I have some circles that I haven't minted in a while. I can then mint circles. I sign again with the passkey, and there's a new transaction coming up here. And the dashboard, it's pretty straightforward dashboard, but again, we're really trying to keep it as simple as possible. And keeping it similar to what you could expect to see from a neobank like Revolut or something. So this is how we built it and the design that we're using. And I was also gonna show how you can. Okay, I didn't have any. Oh yeah, that's because I swapped. Sorry. Messed up. But as I said, you can add your Gnosis Pay card. So I'll do that. You swap over to the Gnosis Pay tab. You could either initiate to get a card if you don't have one, or you can connect an existing one. So now I just need to get my wallet address for my Gnosis safe, or my safe for the Gnosis Pay. I paste that one in there. it validates, because you can only add Gnosis card saves here. And I connect this one, and there it is. So this is, yeah, a tracked wallet within Metri, so to speak. So I haven't imported my seed phrase or anything here, but I can still see my balance and some on-chain information here. Not the card number, CVC code, or anything like that. That requires a proper login. So that's functionality that will be added. And here I can see all the transactions done on the safe account. And this is a card purchase I made earlier. And we can identify card payments because they're always done to one specific safe account. So we know when it's a card payment and when it's a other type of transaction done on the safe account. And here I can also show the owners setup. So if I go to wallet owners, this is where I will see yes, here. So for this account, you can see that there are 4 owners. So starting with this externally owned owner. So this is actually the original Circles owner of the account when I created this as part of Circles Garden. Then I have another passkey here that was created, 3rd of May. It was done on Android device. And then I have one passkey here that was created 7th of May. It was done from Safari, iOS, and mobile. And then one that was created yesterday, and the one I'm using now, also created on Safari, iOS. And from here I can manage the owners, so I can remove owners, which requires an on-chain signature. Can also add new owners. So if I have another device I want to add as an owner, I can scan this, create a passkey, and then send a request, which can be picked up and signed from one of the existing owners. Then, yes, going back here. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we wanted to go through with Metri and also the demo. So continue over here to answer hopefully some questions. And yeah, maybe before we try that, we want to mention as well that we're hiring and growing the team. So we're hiring for a senior Web3 software engineer. So if you know anyone, please let us know. And again, here's the QR code if you want to try it out yourself and you haven't done so. Happy to answer any questions anyone might have.
Hello. Yeah, thank you for the presentation. You mentioned that when you create the wallet, you have the ability to import an existing Circles account. Do you have like a different experience if it's an existing Circles account or if it's created from Metri? Or is it the same?
It's very, very similar. Like from a user perspective, if you import your Gnosis Garden account, you will have to provide a 24 seed phrase so that we can do the transaction or sign from the externally owned account. So you need to provide the seed phrase. But after that, it's very similar. You create a passkey on the device, and then we deploy not a new safe account because that's already there, but we deploy the new owner of the safe account. And then from within Metri, afterwards, you can sign transactions from or by using that passkey that was created during the onboarding.
Okay, but in terms of security, etc., it's the same for both options. You wouldn't recommend, like, for example, I just created a Circles Garden account this morning. I don't have any friends at the moment, so I'm wondering if I should create a new one on Metri or just keep using it.
No, you should import the one you have. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be your identity, so.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't want to make Martin mad. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you very much.
thanks for the presentation and the demo and so very nice. Obviously, I love the passkey experience. It's amazing. But I have a technical question regarding the passkey elliptic curve stuff, right? So one of the primary reasons a lot of blockchains like Ethereum blockchain did the 256K1 curve was there was the hesitation of like some kind of NSA backdoor for the standard P256 curve that passkeys and stuff are using. But now to make UX easy, if we switch over to just using that curve, do you think there is a security issue over here?
I kind of want to give it back to the... I actually don't. Yeah, I know about this thing, but I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know what to answer to that. But yeah, it's like the entire wave is based on that. So anyway, yeah. We have to accept it, I guess.
Yeah, that's why we moved away from, or we are trying to move away from TradFi. But okay, anyway, thank you.
Thank you for killing the vibe. Joking. No, it's a good valid point. Yeah.
I do have one. I have a Circles Garden account. I just imported it right now, and so the circles are still there. CRC right there. Thank you. And but I saw that you have this mint new CRC button, which I don't have. Is there a admin privilege thing?
I actually twofold answer. So you will see that button when you have kind of a day's worth of circles to mint. So now, for example, if I go back into my wallet, I won't see that button for another 23 hours and 50 minutes because we don't want people to like mint every other minute. But then I do know that Circle's account, the version 1 of Circle accounts, they can go stale or like they can freeze if you're not active. And it could be that your account then is stale and will have to be brought back to life, which isn't possible right now, but it will be with the version 2 of Circles, which is coming out in 2 months or something like that. So your account is probably, you can still use your circles that you have, but the mint functionality isn't there until we migrate to version 2. And the Circles team can talk all about that and the new functionality that will be in there. But it could be that your account is stale, and that's why you don't have the mint button.
Yeah, just another easy question. So I also just imported my Circles accounts, and I have a Monerium account also. But obviously that's a different safe. Is there a way to connect it now, or is it
so Monerium account is separate. Have some Monerium guys here, so they can also help you out. No, but Monerium account is separate. For Monerium, you have more like a traditional like TradFi account or an IBAN. That's an on-chain IBAN, so you can send money to that one. It will be minted to any address that you want. Right now, there's no connectivity between Metri and Monerium, but we will definitely add that. So very soon you will be able to set your Metri account as your Metri or Monerium wallet. So when you deposit money to your on-chain IBAN, the money will be minted to your Metri account. So it will be just as smooth as like Monerium is today, but with other wallets, but directly into Metri instead and integrated into the UI there. Any other questions? Did we cover it all? I think we covered it all.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for listening and coming. And we are downstairs there, have a booth, and we will be here the whole conference. So just come by and say hi. And yeah, please try it out. We'll be hanging around here, and we have most of the Metri team here as well. So if you have any questions or feedback or anything, we'll hang around and happy to answer any questions or feedback. So yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you.